Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to be learning about chronological order. Before we begin our lesson, let's go ahead and look at our objective today on what we are going to do and learn. Today, we will describe the chronological order of events. Let's review what chronological order is. Chronological order is starting from beginning and looking at the middle and then the end. Events in a story can be told in chronological order. This is the order that events happened from beginning to end. So when we talk about chronological order within a text, we're using words first, next then, finally, or last. So in today, we're going to share how we can share the steps for planting a garden using first, next, and last. So today, when we're listening to our audio video, we're going to listen to those steps being shared on using our chronological order of the beginning, middle, and end on how to plant a garden. Okay, boys and girls, so make sure that you are ready to say crisscross applesauce. Our hands are on our lap, our eyes are facing the screen, and we are listening to an audio. That means we're going to be using our ears to how to follow the steps in planting a garden. So let's go ahead and get ready to listen to those steps using first, next, and last on how to build a community garden.
There are many kinds of community gardens. They can be large or small, located in an empty city lot or on acres of land outside a town. In some community gardens, each gardener has his or her own plot. In others, gardeners work together. People like community gardens because they can grow their own fresh, healthy food. Community gardens also give different people an opportunity to come together and do something fun and useful.
So notice how the video shows what happens first, next, and last to plants. Really fast. Look for clues that the events are in order. Find out the steps to grow plants. Okay, so now we're going to listen to the order of how to plant a garden. So make sure you're ready to listen. It goes really fast. What do we see happening first? Well, I see first the family uses piles of wood to make a perimeter or a rectangle shaped garden bed. And inside that garden bed, they fill it with soil. So already we're seeing that first they're building a garden bed and filling it with soil. Let's keep watching. Who can think of what happens next? If you know what happens next in planting this garden, touch your nose. Miss K is going to call on a friend to share next to build a garden. What is it that they do? So next we saw that in the garden, they not only first started filling those beds with soil, but next they planted their seeds and seedlings or sprouts of a plant to put in the garden bed. So now they're putting the plants into the garden bed to watch them grow. So let's see what happens the next or then. So here they are, filling all the plants within the garden. So that is our next. Then what do they do? Wow, there's a lot that happened in this then part. So let's go back and thinking of our chronological order of events. First, they prepped the flower beds or garden beds with soil. Next, they planted seeds and sprouts into those garden beds. Then it looked like they started caring for those plants because those plants began to really grow. The growing of a plant happens when we care for it. One way to care for those plants are taking out those bugs or removing dead leaves or even watering. And so we saw in that video that they started to care for those plants by tending to their garden by watering it. So we saw our first, next, then, I wonder what could happen last. Let's continue watching. What do we see happening? Last, the plants what? They're growing, that's right. Can anyone guess what happens after they've grown? Well, as the seasons change, we see that the plants begin to die because the seasons are changing. So it looks like now the family is getting ready for the next year. So going back to our lesson for today, we were looking at the chronological order of events by seeing how a garden grows. So now here is your task. I want you to think of all those steps we shared together using our words first, next, and last. When you know the order of events using first, next, and last, put your hands on your head. So think of how we saw that garden grow. Think of what we shared as a class. When you know your words first, next, and last of how to plant a garden, hands on head. So now we're going to turn to our partners. My orange, you're turning to your green. My blue, you're turning to your purple. And I'm going to have my green and purple friends share first. When you're both done sharing, thumbs up. Remember to share using first, next, and last. When you are done, if there's still time left, you are going to draw a picture and use your words first, next, and last to tell me how we plant a garden. Continue the good work, boys and girls. See you soon.